We gon' talk about the old, young, smart, dumb. Let me show you where I'm coming from. You better tell them or I will. You better
Yeah, man. So check this out, right? So you're doing what you're doing, right? And you do what you do. For about the last month, matter of fact, since July of this year, I've been working on this project. And for the first time at 50 years old, I'm Sean P. In case you didn't know. You better tell them or I will. It's certain things that I don't do. I don't care too much to get dirty. I don't like nicks and all of that shit on my hands. But anyway, got a project. Thanks to my wife. She encouraged it and authorized it. And I tried to be an adult about it. Well, I was being an adult. And then she said, no, you're good. Make it happen. So I went and bought a project. But this project is more put together than my very first project 9 years ago, which I ended up selling. And I say, well, I'm going to work on this thing on my own. I'm going to do everything I can on my own except for the big shit. And remember, this is not what I do. Okay? Shout out to my man DC. When I bought my first Harley in 2019, he said, I know you're not mechanically inclined, but you may want to buy some tools and start working on your stuff yourself to save some money. So I followed the advice. And every time I would achieve something simple, I'd call him and thank him. So with this new project, I go and buy everything. Floor jacks, impact drills, wrenches, sockets. Man, you name it, I bought it. Came out the store $900 and something lighter with tools, man. And I get involved in this project. First, I send it to the shop. They do a full diagnostic bumper to bumper. Send me back a $10,000 invoice. I said, ain't gonna happen. So I knock all that down to the stuff that I know I'm not gonna do, rear main seal leaks and transmission linkage and all of this old heavy duty stuff. So they knocked that out for me, boom. Car running good. Let's get it back to the house and do all of this little detail stuff. And this for all the cats that want to ride big and ride good. Get into the details, man. Because you could be out there fronting and your shit ain't running right. You're overheating and you're embarrassed on side the road. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is putting it together to where it'll go anywhere in the United States with no worry, with the air blowing cold. Okay? So anyway. So I get to doing, and I'm changing what is called the body mount bushings. I didn't even know they existed. That was a project whooping me sideways, but I got it. Now I'm getting ready to change the valve covers because the shop wanted like $400 to do this, and it's 2 gaskets, 4 screws. I can do that. Oh, Lord. It took me a week, no exaggeration, to change the driver's side. But I learned, so when I got to the passenger side, it was easier. However, the passenger side is harder than the driver's side. Got that done. So, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm in California. We got smog rules and regulations. I cut off all the smog stuff. Now that I done removed all the smog stuff and the computer's not lining up and the car's no longer running right. Follow me now, I'm going somewhere with it. So my neighbor has a friend they call Happy. Happy's a mechanic. I saw him change a motor. He told me if I ever needed his help to give him a call. Say, all right, I'm going to do what I do, and if I get stuck, I'll call you. He said, no problem, home. And I'm stuck. Goddamn car's hissing. Coming straight out the carburetor, right? My neighbor's at the house when this is happening. I said, man, I need Happy help. When you do what you do, and when you are who you are, you stand on it, right? Not standing on business, ignorant, and all that. Just know, this is why I'm talking to you. When you know what you're doing, when you know that you know that you know. My man pick up the phone, hey, Sean, need your help. Boom, boom. I promise y'all, 15 minutes later, Happy come turning the corner. I'm like, whoa. I look at my neighbor do like this, right? Because he is respected by his circle. My man come over, and this is what he do. I sell real estate. He's a mechanic. I sell real estate. He's a mechanic. I truly don't have no business under the hood of any car. I don't even change the oil in the cars I drive every day. What you got? Man, the carburetor hissing. Started. People, this man start touching things and pulling things off. He gets some damn brake cleaner, sprays it around the carburetor. The idle starts to change. You got a leak in the back. You need a new gasket, but you probably should put a new carburetor on. Okay? No problem. Now I'm looking at my neighbor. He looking at me and he like, dude takes a hose that I cut off. He gets it, cuts it, and ties it to what I now know as a vacuum port. Hooks it, makes it double, idle on the car comes up. He covers the one in the back with his finger, it goes down. So he rearranges this hose, boom, 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 and he was like, start it again. Boom, he started, damn car idles. He was like, you good to go now. Let me know when you get a new carburetor, and when you get a new one, it'll take care of all this gas smell. My point is, when you do what you do and you know what you know, let no one sway you. You understand? When you do what you do and you know what you know, that is what you do. Don't go getting into other stuff. Okay? See, Happy's a mechanic, not a mechanic and. This is all he do. Told me, man, I work on anything from a Rolls Royce to a Peterbilt truck. And I'm like, word. When you do what you do, my man Maul, when it comes to engineering and making electronics work inside the studio and behind this camera, that's what he do. If he don't know how to do it, give him about 3 days to read up on it, and he gonna know how to do it moving forward. Now, he don't do other stuff. He used to be able to put floors in and do all of this old other stuff. All of this here, he built. That's what he do. He no longer does it as side jobs because the motherfucker claim he old in his knees and he ain't got time and all, but that's another story. But electronic work. I remember, what was the brother's name? Man. He produced for Snoop and them. He came to the studio at the old studio around the corner. It wasn't G Nut because that was Spice One, Hype Man. Something rock. But anyway, he come through to the studio and we had Maul's first studio. So he come in with the big equipment because he worked with Snoop and them and all of this. And he like, can I plug in this? Maul looked at it. Maul probably don't even remember this shit. But Maul had this cigarette dangling. Oh, you got that? You got that? Oh, for sure. Boom, boom. Plugged him into the studio. We in there jamming all night, working with Grim. Shout out to Grim. Wherever the fuck you at, pick up your phone. But anyway.
Got Peanut? No.
Peanut. There you go.
Yeah,
Peanut. See, I told y'all Maul gonna come from behind that motherfucking camera. He remember? Yeah, Peanut from Long Beach. Yeah, man. And my point is when you do what you do and you know what you know it and do it. I share this with the Queen all the time. I say, you are the HR director. You know what you doing because shit happened. You know, these teachers and children get into it and then she got to do investigations and reports. And you know, my wife likes to help. She doesn't like firing anyone even when they have to be fired because she always thinks of their household. Me, on the other hand, fuck them, fire them. They get ready to learn a lesson. Let Jesus help them. And she, you know, I done seen my wife save people jobs. Matter of fact, she was wrecked for a week trying to save this lady's job. And when the day came to give the results, the lady handed my wife a resignation letter. After all the work my wife did. But anyway, I reassure my wife, this is what you do, man. You know the rules, regulations. You know this stuff. Let no one move you off your square when it's what you do and what you know. And if you ain't sure about what you do and what you know, figure out what you would like to do. In self-improvement literature, they say, what would you do for free? Whatever that is, get paid to do it. But when you know it, stand on it. I know enough about real estate to go against anyone. And my wise counsel in real estate, if I have to call them, I guarantee you they know the answer. If they don't know the answer, the question does not exist. So I got backup. But when it come kneecap to kneecap on real estate, I'm good, right? That's what I do. I don't work on cars, but for some reason I had an idea to do this shit. And I had to buy what they call it, gracefully bow out. I'm done with that shit. I'm paying somebody to do it moving forward, man. Because, man, y'all, look here. This is probably my 4th trip to the store in a day. And when I went to hand the lady the money, my fingernails were so dirty, I damn near cried. I really did. It hurt my heart. Because I had on gloves. Why is my fingernails dirty? Say, nah, can't do this. I'm too fly for this shit. I'm done. Fix my shit, and I'm rolling. Can't do it. I gave it a go. So, yo, I got jacks. I got all kind of shit for sale. Holla at me. Come pick this shit up, man. You know, but when you do what you do, and you know what you know, stand on it. Trust yourself. Trust your knowledge. And get to it. You better tell them, or I will, man. For sure.
We gon' have a deep conversation, probably reach across the nation. I'm getting to the point, be patient. Tell them or I will. You better tell them or I will. You better tell them, yeah. You are now tuned in to the #1 podcast on the internet. Sean P. You better tell them.